Hey Radiant Souls, welcome back to my channel, The Radiance in You. We are on day 30 and the last day of a 30-day daily activation of new love and new wealth. This was intended for the viewer, for those on soul journeys who have done massive shifting of frequencies, energies, ending life cycles, whether it is happening for everyone in the collective, but of course people are on different parts of their journey, different frequencies of their journey. So these sessions and activations will resonate the best with deep journeyers, shamanic healers, or others, maybe wounded healers who had been healing a lot of family, lineage, ancestral patterns, their own several lifetimes, and definitely the last, in the current lifetime, the 9-year cycle, which is ending now. So we are at the end of December. We are in December at the end of 2025, and this also brings us to a closure of that 9-year cycle. So when we started this activation, it is to hold space, to stabilize the frequencies that now you're embodying. And of course, as you go from shift from one universe to the other, one timeline to the other, there is disruption, there is upheaval in the energy levels, and that energy is basically you're leaving one frequency to upgrade your consciousness and frequency of light that you inhabit, that you embody, that you have come to achieve in this lifetime. And this activation was to hold space and do a daily discipline of practice. We had missed 1 or 2 days in between because I had to step back as I feel guided from my own divine team. But I had been happy and blessed to bring this to those who had felt the resonance to tune in and subscribe. Thank you for being on this journey. Thank you for sharing your light. We are going to do the last of that daily activation today. But of course, going into the new year, we will find different ways to share my talents and natural gifts of, divine or psychic channeling that I do have, in the best format and the best way that will emerge. But for now, we are going to bring in today's activation, which is going to be less of a lot of card spread. It is mostly going to be activation and reading from the books, because those activations and invocations have superpower in retaining, in cutting cords, in closing energy circuits, in sealing the Merkaba, your light body activation, so that you are safe and protected and you can transcend and go into the vibration that you are partially embodying, or maybe there is a little shakiness in grounding that energy. So let's start. We will do the opening with this. So many of you may have experienced that unsteadiness in the new energy frequencies as you have closed several energy circuits, also pertaining not just to you but to your family lineage, closing patterns of wounded healers archetype, maybe rage, maybe resentment, maybe sadness that seems like it'll not leave you. So let's see, opening part. Oh, see, we talk about that and that comes. And so definitely that's excuse me. Wow, excuse me. So yeah, so that's a karmic release, definitely, with all energies I experience and feel it has been coming repeatedly for this collective. So if you're tuning in, if you're a repeat you're a subscriber, or if you're a repeat viewer, you know that you are working with this energy. So this realm energy is closing on you. You have done the deepest level of shadow work, deepest level of ancestral lineage healing work to release the karmic patterns in you that you have carried, which was just not the unending pain, the wounded healer archetype, always wanting to rescue, not feeling your own joy, or not able to walk through life light and easy because you had several karmic soul contracts. You had come and sealed that energy now, claiming your soul sovereignty to go forward with your energy only. So as you do that with firmness, you have established strong energetic boundaries for yourself, and that has healed the open wounds in your lineage. What they could not process, people who came before you, your loved ones, what they could not process, what they could not carry, you carried it for them, and you led it to you led it to the grounds in a proper burial. What that means is you processed, you accepted, you integrated the shadows, the dysfunction, the codependency, the addiction, the unfulfilled wishes, and you took the blessings from your ancestors and the special talents that runs in the bloodline now to claim your own journey. So while you will remain compassionate and you will remain a detached, compassionate spiritual teacher and guide for others in your family lineage, but you no longer have enmeshed energy. You no longer have transference of energy from your lineage to you. So that is the first confirmation, and it had come repeatedly in this 30-day activation. I just feel called to invoke and activate an energy that is cleansed in yours to go forward, if that wants to be known to us today. So I invoke and I pray to the divine source to give us a message of cleansing and the higher vibration that you are invoking. Okay, so that's perfect, and that basically was what I was saying anyway. It's a confirmation through the oracle cards, is that while you move out of this energy, your higher frequency energy is Sirius star blessings. So you may be a Syrian star origin, you know that you have been working with your source energy, who have been and beings from your star origin are guiding you now, and you have these blessings to proceed, to be seen, to push through this threshold that you are now crossing, the shifting from one timeline to the other, because you did the shamanic work on the underworld, the lower frequency, to see the shadows deeply. Now you have taken yourself to the energy frequencies that is truly yours. Okay, and the base energy is Venusian Galactic Council, star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. So this is your own energy, own frequency coming forth very clearly now, because you have cleared, you have done the work, you have been the bearer of light for your lineage. Now your journey is going to be lighter and freer, because you carry only your frequency, your life purpose, and not all the contracts you did on behalf of your lineage. So that is super powerful, super beautiful. And I also have this intuitive message of allowing this source energy, whoever is your divine team, allowing the source energy to connect with your solar plexus energy, to connect with your sacral energy, so that your dreams, your desires are refreshed with this frequency which is yours, and let it rise up from the sacral up to the solar plexus and up to your throat chakra, so that your expressions now are powerful, are authentic, and very clearly what you channel, and channel doesn't mean just psychic channeling, but what you speak and express yourself is your own energy, and you have no barriers anymore to stand in that and speak as that who you always have been, because you have done this clearing. Okay, so you've taken the talents, you've taken the skills, taken the blessings, taken the goodwill, and your ancestors send you the blessing because you have put an end to what cannot go any further. So that's the final processing, that's the final um burial. And so it is with honor, it is with love, it is with respect, but with very firm boundaries that stories cannot continue in unhealed, unprocessed form anymore. And they send you blessings because of that. And now you move forward. So I'm going to draw cards from two decks which have deeper activation for love and your earth material wealth in your earth warrior form in this lifetime, which is the time is now for you. So let's see what wants to come out. Oh wow. Passion of the wild red mother, beyond the threshold of fear. So you have transcended all these fear limitations that you did have. We're going to draw on the activation and the invocation from the book. I'm going to draw the cards first. From this oracle deck, I want to draw the earth warrior and the material activation as we close 2025, end of a cycle, end of a lifetime. And we draw, how beautiful is that? Out of darkness the light is born, Padma Sundari. So this is an emanation of Durga, who's a goddess in the Eastern, in the Vedic tradition. And I think this is a form of her, and maybe a little bit of the Kali archetype, goddess archetype in that. So out of the darkness the light is born. So you see the two lotuses in her hands, both her hands. There is a lotus in her heart. So we know the symbol of how the lotus grows through the mud into such a beautiful flower. And then we want to draw two oracle cards from the Kali, because any activation we need to now do today, as we are ending this and inviting the new, any remnant, any leftover energies that is not yours. If there is an invocation, that message that wants to come out, I open up this collective space for that. If it is a message of blessing for the activation of the new, may we receive that. So I open to receive from the unconditionally loving divine team, Goddess Kali Mother. Let's see what message wants to come for the collective. Okay, we'll do the activation. Thank you. Thank you, Mother. Sudashi. Number 26 adds up to number 8. So goddess, the Sudashi is the form of Mother Kali, who's basically, you can see the red which is shining in herself. So it is the ruby red power that emanates from within, the beauty, and the lotus again. If you see, there is a continuity of the lotus form with her as well. So this is basically highlighting the form of beauty that is available after darkness. She protects, she brings out the beauty, allowing us to soften to receive the new. And we have the Bhavatarini, the last card of this deck, at the as the base of this deck, which is the last card and the last resort is Goddess Mother Kali. So Bhavatarini in Sanskrit will mean the one who comes to the rescue as the last resort. When all your efforts have been exhausted, your energy has been exhausted, you surrender and she comes to the rescue to hold you in her softness and her ferocity to deliver you to your sovereign being of whatever needed to go through all her emanations, which are in this 44 cards, this being one. She definitely, absolutely, unfailingly delivers. So being receiving that as the base of the oracle deck is also powerful to be able to relax and let go into her sanctuary. And then we are going to draw our last card today from the Isis Oracle. Again, I invoke and pray to the divine feminine energy of Isis, Mother Isis, to come and deliver a message or activation to this collective who's viewing this, to find stability in their energy, to invoke the new and completely, absolutely, irrevocably complete the cycle they're getting out of or they have completed. Excuse me. Okay, healing the divine masculine, Osiris rises. So we receive, and then we have divine sisterhood, community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of the light, supporting and being available to you now. So we receive Mother Isis, goddess energy, the feminine energy, as the healing energy of the divine masculine. So the masculine inside of you is being healed, is currently getting healed. If you are still, excuse me, still through the process, I am experiencing a lot of throat irritation. So as I started this reading, which was not before the reading, so if this energy resonates for you to raise this energy and cleanse it because your own truth is coming to the surface now, that may be a very powerful message, because I was fine before I started this reading. Okay, so we will do the invocation. I hope you can continue to gauge into this powerful images, and that will be the activation. We are going to end this year and the year 9, the 2025 year, so that everything is on a clean, powerful, higher frequency state and slate for you, the viewer. Okay, this also feels like, since it's a divine invocation and divine power, so I probably will use that as well. So, excuse me. Number 17. Okay, number 8, number 8. This is number 9. The rest doesn't have numbers. So we have an 8 and 9. You know, 8 is a powerful power number, right? Number 8 is the power number. And 9 is also an ending, so that the new beginning comes. So let's see number 17, which is Padma Sundari. The light is powerful enough to survive exposure to the darker side of humanity and remain pure, empowered, and effective. Trust in your spiritual purpose as a light in this world. Trust particularly in your ability to bring purity, order, grace, and light to disorder, chaos, and destruction. The divine is ever by your side and ever within your heart, assisting you with this higher purpose in all ways. So this came in the place of activating new wealth. And so the ones who are viewing this, you know, it is not surprise. I have repeatedly said this over the past 30 days, is that many of you are healers, many of you are spiritual teachers, shamanic healers, and without that archetype, without that energy, without that soul imprint, you will not find resonance to these activation sessions, and you would not have done that level of deep shadow work of healing ancestral lineage. So this is just a confirmation that your earthly wealth has the element of serving, in the spiritual realm, the spiritual service of serving as a light, in spite of witnessing darkness and the density of humanity, as we face around us most of the times, or many times. In people, it's like a classroom. People go through the frequencies, as they graduate into the next, and spirals. So you may have been a forebearer or ahead, and nothing is right or wrong. It's just when your journey is. So there is a prayer. I call upon divine grace and unconditional love to show me truth and creative solutions empowered by divine wisdom for all matters in my life, including, if you want to include anything, and close your eyes, including, say, whatever you have been trying to solve or bring into manifestation. May all beings know and be blessed, assisted, and empowered by the Divine Mother to fulfill their purpose and potential. So be it. Beautiful. And then we are going to do the Sudashi from the Kali Oracle, which is number 26. Ruby red with the divine juice of life, she nourishes the body, mind, and soul with vitalizing pleasure, life, and joyfulness. Goddess Sadashi restores self-esteem and an awareness of your innate value, especially after a time of painful rejection or disappointment. Through her blessings, the desires of the heart can find fulfillment in new ways. She brings divine energy for the manifestation of wishes. Her presence is an indication of inner power to restore yourself and attract what you need in your life. Wow, this is such an open portal, because as we see, the goddess energy is like a womb energy where you can seed and see the seeds grow into the tree of what you have been trying to manifest. So we receive this as an opening energy portal. And in the Kali energy, which is like a base energy of what is grounding for us, we receive her womb energy of you can bring anything you desire to fulfillment through her blessing, because especially if you have found rejection and abandonment, or disappointment of where you made your efforts in recent times or in the past, or it's been a continuing pattern, she comes to restore your self-esteem and awareness that you have innate value. So she raises that awareness within you. Very beautiful. Sudakshi, red daughter of the divine beauty, into your open heart all experiences of disappointment and pain of rejection, judgment, and abandonment, betrayal, and even self-hatred simply dissolve. With your loving encouragement, I release these poisons from my beautiful heart now. I accept your presence, bringing a generous gift of awakening into a loving embrace of my innate beauty, value, and worth. You are a fertile ground and garden of creative nourishment. I receive your blessing into my soul and trust in the deep yearnings of my heart to keep me focused on my spiritual growth and personal healing. This leads me towards self-realization for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Jai Ma Kali. Thank you. And lastly, we are going to conclude with this healing of healing the divine masculine from this deck. So as you're doing this work and you're now coming more and more into your own expression, your divine masculine self is being healed. Because to do this kind of work, you had been more in the feminine energy of allowing, of going deep into the isolation, into the solitude, into what lies deep within. And once you have cleared, and not only once you have, now that you have cleared that and you are now receiving the blessings of your higher frequency to be pushing and being seen in the world, your masculine self is more, your divine masculine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, is rising up to give you the structure, to give you the strength, and to give you what you need to bring into form through your efforts. And this healing of the divine masculine within also may be a pathway of your love or love with another. If it is a twin flame, if it is a soulmate relationship that you are trying to heal and come into union, so that also will be a pathway through this. Okay, so we are going to end with the invocation to the divine masculine. From the sky, I am strong. From the earth, I am strong. From my belly, I am strong. From my heart, I am strong. I am healed within. My strength and love are balanced within. The divine masculine and divine feminine within me are in perfect healing flow now. So be it. And we are going to end this with a prayer. Man of power, man of fire, man who liberates heart's desire, man within and man without, man stronger than fear or doubt, father, warrior, leader, lover, protector, hunter, teacher, brother, man divine, man of love, man of the earth, man of heaven above. Your strength, my strength, your power, my power, your love, my love, integrity, honor, compassion, protection, tenderness, stability, passionate attention, man divine, man of love, man of the earth, man of heaven above. So as you heal and integrate the masculine energy around you and within you, you allow the feminine within you to regale in her beauty, in your beauty, and to express in the authentic self. And that is the activation, not only on this last day of our daily activation in this series, but also as the year ends, so that when we move into the year one of manifestation, new cycle, also the Gregorian calendar of 2026, in your personal cycles, which are aligned within these cosmic cycles, you are able to embody and live more and more, and eventually all of you in your highest frequency of this timeline in this lifetime that you have come to embody. May you be in the light. May you be in the passion of the Divine Mother. May the divine masculine within you and around you be healed fully. And may you receive all the blessings and resources, self-esteem and the beauty and the grace that the Mother brings, and your own awareness now realizes fully. So with that, we are going to conclude this activation series. Thank you again for being here, for allowing me to do this along with you. And as I said, that I continue to implore for you to, if you resonate, if this has been your journey, if you want this to be reaching more people who you know can benefit from this, help by subscribing sharing so that the channel can grow, the messages can reach all of those who will resonate, all of those who will benefit from this spreading of light at the end of long tunnels, at the end of long healing journeys. And may we all create that community of support around each other. Thank you. Have a safe, peaceful, and restful year end. And my heartiest wishes, blessings, and prayers for a great start to 2026. And we will meet then in another form. And that form will capture the best energy, best activations that is required for the collective. Thank you. Namaste. Bye bye.